It was a top-rated radio program in the big city market. And every day when the program began, it began at 3 o'clock in the afternoon drive time, and this is how it sounded. Yes, poor imitation, but the program actually began with a whole bunch of barking dogs. And as I did that rather poor imitation, even Jackson the Wonder Dog, got up here in the studio and is giving me that crazy, strange look that he often does when he has to put up with his old master owner. Well, that's my way of trying to make this Friday flowing into the weekend a little more fun. The program today is for master entrepreneurs, and it's also for everybody who likes dogs. Because here's my question. Does your dog love you? That's right. Does your dog really love you? And could it be that one of the best business decisions you might make is to have a company dog? That's right. A company dog. Well, if you'll give me a few minutes on this Friday evening flowing into the weekend, we're going to do a little dog barking talk, and we hope that you'll take some time just to rest, relax, and perhaps even learn something new that could be useful to you as we talk about you, dogs, business, and love. This is The Master Entrepreneur, and the program begins right now. Well, we are back and ready to go. And actually, I'm having Jerry Cross, who is my world-class ad maker, impresario, and perhaps great impersonator. And he's going to create a commercial in which we will have barking dogs as part of the segue for our program. And it's also because I've been privileged recently to work with a gentleman named Herman Haynard, who spent a lot of years in the animal care industry, and he has asked me to help him put together kind of a legacy product in which it will help dogs and cats, cats and canines, because cranberries could actually be something that would help them to live longer and healthier lives. It's kind of a superpower fruit juice that can help your dog, your cat, that you probably love, be healthier and live longer. We'll tell you more about that, but of course that got me on the subject of thinking more and more about dogs, and I enjoyed doing a little work with one of the dogs that hang out with Herman, and the dog's name was Sparky, and what a great name for that dog. He was Sparky, and we put him in an ad, and he performed wonderfully. He did just exactly what he was supposed to do, and so he passed the audition, and he'll probably be in further commercials. Well, all of that brings up, again, who I am. I love dogs. I just do. And right now, we have a little rescue Shih Tzu, kind of a comfort dog, named Jackson. And I admit, I walk with him, and I talk with him, and I pray with him. I've oftentimes said he's kind of like a prayer partner, and he keeps me exercising 3 times a day, but it also keeps me in kind of a thoughtful, reflective prayer mood 3 times a day. And before that, we had Chaucer. And Chaucer was another rescue dog that had been terribly abused. Oh, I really liked Chaucer. And when he had a condition in which we had to put him down, oh, I can't believe how I cried. I really did. And before that, we had a rescue dog, a rescue puppy, in which we knew it would be big because of the big paws. We called him Truman. and Truman grew to about 165 pounds before a terrible physical ailment, partly due to his size and bulk, and we had to put him down. And again, any of you who've had that experience, you know how heart-wrenching that can be. So I am a dog person, and just recently I saw an article which said, "What makes dogs so special?" And Science Says Love. It's a picture. It says, "True love. A woman and her Valentine's Day date posed behind a heart-shaped pastry during a February 14th Paris flash mob." And there's the picture of that there in Paris, and she's giving her dog a great big kiss. Now, the idea that animals can experience love was once an anathema to the psychologists who studied them, seen as a case of putting sentimentality before scientific rigor. Sure. But a new book argues that when it comes to dogs, the word is necessary to understanding what has made the relationship between humans and our best friends one of the most significant interspecies partnerships in history. And Clive Wynne, who's the founder of the Canine Science Collaboratory. I didn't know there was such a thing, and it's right here in my home state at Arizona State University, makes the case in a book, Dog is Love: Why and How Your Dog Loves You. Now, the animal psychologist, who's 59 years of age, began studying dogs in the early 2000s. Like his peers, believed that to ascribe complex emotions to them was to commit the stupidity and perhaps the sin of anthropomorphism, which is, that's kind of turning our animals into humans, until he was swayed by a body of evidence that was growing too big to ignore. He says, "I think there comes a point when it's worth being skeptical of your skepticism," the Englishman said in an interview. Canine science has enjoyed a resurgence in the past 2 decades, much of it extolling dogs' smarts. Now, I know dogs can be smart. We all know that if we've had an experience with a dog who's well taken care of an experience. Titles like The Genius of Dogs by Brian Hare have advanced the idea that dogs have an innate and exceptional intelligence. Wynne, however, plays spoilsport, arguing that Fido is just not that brilliant. He says, "Pigeons can identify kinds of objects in 2D images. Dolphins have shown they understand grammar. Honeybees signal the location of food sources to each other through dance. All feats that no dogs have ever been known to accomplish. Even wolves, which is, of course, dogs' ancestor species, known for their ferocity and lack of interest in people, have shown the ability to follow human cues, including a recent Swedish study." I wonder who puts these studies together, by playing fetch. And Wynne proposes a paradigm shift, synthesizing cross-disciplinary research to posit that it is dogs' hyper-sociability or extreme gregariousness that sets them apart. Now, the article, and check it out, all right? You can Google it, and it'll probably come up. What makes dogs so special? Science Says Love. And it is by Issam Ahmed. That's Issam, I-S-S-A-M, Ahmed. What makes dogs so special? And Science Says Love. And then he goes into some other more scientific details, and he actually believes that through the development of even a gene mutation, that the dog species can actually have more and more of those emotional things that perhaps we could even describe as love. Well, there we go. I thought that was fun. And, it is good just to wonder. And this is the important part that I know. If you're an entrepreneur, it is too much with you. I one time said to a friend, and I say it again, sometimes I think I don't have a moment of non-pressure. Starting a new business is not just a business, it's a way of life, and in fact it can be seemingly all of life. And what you need to do is you need to find a way to get away from it all, to, as I oftentimes have to do, just, stop, pick up the leash, put it on Jackson, and he gets all excited, and we go for long walks together. One of my friends who was a very successful entrepreneur says that he lived all of his life with a dog, and that it was one of the things that made the entrepreneurial life doable. He loved the dog, and in a sad moment when my good friend Dick passed away suddenly, as his wife pointed out, the saddest thing after the passing of Dick was for the poor dog to be sitting at the garage door just waiting for days for Dick to come home. Oh, and all of you have dog stories too, don't you? Well, there's a part of the work we do, which means we need to get away from ourselves, we need to relax, and more walk the dog. Do the animal thing. In fact, my brother, who is a doctor, has this formula which he often does for people who come to him with a variety of aches and pains. He will pick up his big pen and a large prescription pad, and what he will do is he will write a prescription, and it will say this: go to the Rescue Society, Dog Pound. Choose a rescue dog. Take him home and take him for a walk 3 times a day, and your life and your health will be better. And he does that quite often, has practiced it himself, and recently he demonstrated that as he lost close to 100 pounds, which had been plaguing him in terms of, he said, part of my resolve to get healthy was to walk the dog. There we go. Hey, it's about 13 minutes. My name is Stan Houston. The program is The Master Entrepreneur. It's brought to you by the Christian Entrepreneur Network, a growing nation, the Christian Entrepreneur Nation. We are men and women who serve the living God by following the entrepreneurial path and by seeking to somewhat imitate the master entrepreneur, Jesus the entrepreneur, in what we do. And that's what we're here, to help you do just exactly that, and to do it well. Check us out at tcenglobal.org/contribute now. tcenglobal.org/contribute now. See the story, and if you can make a sponsorship donation, I would be extremely grateful. And Jackson, my wonder dog, my business partner, he would be grateful too. That's it, except for one little idea, which I might talk about on Sunday. But take a break, and then let me just run this by you, and you see what you think.
Come and listen into a radio station where the mighty hosts of heaven sing. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. If you want to hear the songs of Zion coming from the land
Years ago, when I was working with one of my top clients, a strange thing happened. It just so happened that one of the young women who was very, very good at what she did, and she worked very, very hard, and obviously we didn't want to lose her. She was late to work, and then she came in to work, and she was embarrassed. She said, "My dog is not doing well, and I needed to get the work done." So she went to the boss and said, "He'll be good. I know he'll be good. Can I just have him in my office today?" He's a good man. And he said, "Sure, sure." Well, that happened to be one of the days that I was there for a business consulting, business performance coaching assignment. And so I got to meet the dog. And you know what happened? It was a busy day, and once people sensed there was a dog around, there was a bit of conversation. And the day was a lot more fun and interesting. And so we made a decision. I said, "You know what? We ought to hire the dog." And that's what they did. They made the decision that they would have this little dog. It wasn't too big, but not too small. And they made him the office dog, and he was given a business card. We put it around his neck, and we actually put a picture of him on the list of people who were in the firm. And it was a wonderful business experience, and it actually made life in business go better. So I just want you to think about that. Should your business have a business dog? Let that sit on your head for a while. Again, my name is Stan Houston. The program is The Master Entrepreneur. We come to you when we come to you. This is an individual, independent, personal on-demand radio broadcast. We try to be around in the weekend, and we're going to do a little more work as I'm going to invite, again, many of you to join me on the program. And we'll see where it goes, because one of the reasons I've been very busy lately is I've been helping 3 other businesses, just like yours, start a podcast. Just like this. They're going to use podcasting. It is the newest, hottest, and best way to market your business, and we're really busy helping people do that. So sometimes I can't do my own podcast because I'm helping people do theirs. But we'd love to talk to you about how we could help you in many ways. I have 30 years of experience as a business performance coach. Oh, my goodness. As a broadcaster, it's even more than 30, many more. And we could help you in your business, and we could help you be one of the best business experience broadcasters. Again, reach out to me at radioedge77@gmail.com. radioedge77@gmail.com. Better business, better broadcasting. Put that together with a nice dog, and you'll have a better life. A better life is what it's all about, and we trust that we can be a part of making that happen for you and your family, your business, and those people you care about and love, and the people you serve in your business. Hey, we'll see you around, perhaps on Sunday, and next week even more programs as we talk more about perhaps some of the things that can help you enjoy business more and have, as I say, greater impact, greater influence, and who knows, maybe greater income. Best and blessings for the weekend. Bye for now.